Good Monday morning, meaties. How's everybody doing? Welcome to your weekly discussion of horror news and dead meat updates. Hope you all are doing well. Got my mug of the day. A leg day. It's one of my favorite mugs. I don't think originally, maybe it was this like worn around the edges, but I feel like maybe I just caused that from drinking. It looks like it's probably part of the design. But I use this mug a lot. It's my go-to. If this one's clean, I'm grabbing it. I'm using it. But leg day. How's everyone doing this morning? Hope y'all had a good weekend. I had a fun little music's a little too loud still. Okay. I'll tinker that down a little bit, maybe raise myself up a tiny bit. Yeah. I had a decent weekend. Saw some friends. And, time to go over the horror news of this week. The first thing that happened, I think, right after last week's stream. So, we've known about it for a week. But it's true. We're getting another Saw movie. Another Saw movie. Saw 11 confirmed. And lately, with Megan and I think Thanksgiving as well, the sequels that have been announced are like, all right, we will be there in 2025, in 2 years. Not Saw. Nah. Saw's like, no, we got this. We've done this before. We'll have one out for you in 10 months. You want another Saw? Okay, give us the time it takes to make a baby, and we'll birth another Saw for you. So we're getting another one. I'm thrilled about it. Like I said in a tweet, any other film, I would want more time for them to develop it. But listen, Saw from 2004 to 2010 released a movie every single year. They were basically a TV series. They had the same exact crew, not same exact, but they had the same crew that was just like over and over putting these things out. Release one, start development on the next one. So it was very much like a TV show, which fit Saw since it was very soap opera-like with its plotting, bringing back the same actors and everything, the same sets, and so if anyone can do it, it's the Saw people, and I think they probably want to just make these while they can with Tobin, who is, again, now he's 81. I believe he was 80 when he filmed Saw X, but he's 81, that's old. He might want to retire. He might, who knows what could happen. So let's make him while we got him, because he's fucking kicking ass in Saw X, which is maybe, God, it might be my favorite Saw. It's top 3, absolutely, probably top 2. But it's such a great movie, and so I'm excited about, I'm excited that they're wasting no time getting the next installment underway. All we know about it, I think, is that the writers are not returning. So I love how every time I go to Fangoria, I see my friend Angel here and like a video that's auto-playing. Because I just saw her, I don't think I can go into too many details, but I got to see Lisa Frankenstein, and I don't think I can say anything about it, but I did get to do some like little interviews, little brief ones that will come out in February, and I got to see Angel when I went to go do it. She's always doing cool little junkets like that. So yeah, Saw 11 will not have the same writers of Saw X, which is, that's fine. They did a great job in Saw X. They also wrote Jigsaw and Spiral. I forget which one, because it's like a pair of writers, right? I forget which one had the wonderful tweet that was like, thanks everyone who expressed sadness that I'm not returning for Saw 11, but just try to think of how you felt about Jigsaw and it'll be okay. I was like, that's a good one, man. I love it when artists can be self-deprecating about their work and how it was received. But yeah, we don't know anything about it. I hope Kevin Greuter returns to direct, because he did such a good job. He edited the first 5 Saws and then directed Saw 6, I believe 7, and Saw X. And I think he did great. So let's get fucking Saw 11 going. And yeah, I'm hoping that we get full-on Hoffman. I'm hoping that we get some Dr. Lawrence Gordon. He's a doctor. I hope that we break open the story there more, and then we gotta have Cecilia come back, right? We gotta get a conclusion to that. I'd like that. So cool. That's Saw 11. What's this one? There's a Lost Boys stage musical in development. Okay, with a writer from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Oh, a director of Parade, which is a musical. I'll just plug it right now. I'll talk more about it in the Dead Meat updates. But every month on Patreon, I forget which tier it's at, but we do a Patreon-only podcast where it's audio only, but it's a whole new episode. It's an hour long, and it's not necessarily horror based. And it's me, Chelsea, and Gressel just shooting the shit. So if you want to hop on Patreon and listen to those, you can. The one we just recorded last night is not out just yet. We just talked about musicals for an hour, so that's why I know Parade, and it's fresh in my mind because we just mentioned it last night. Oh, Patrick Wilson, Patty Dubs, on board as producer. Great. Lost Boys, cult classic for sure. I am considering it for an early 2024 kill count. Did I slot it into the schedule somewhere? Maybe, but that can always change. But if people want to see it, maybe we got it. If they can't sing Cry Little Sister and People Are Strange, then I don't know how this is going to work, says Austin. That's true. Those songs are essential to, and Still Believe. Gotta get that in there. You gotta have a sexy sax guy in there. Ooh, I wonder if I could pop in there and just play sax for a performance. That'd be great. Anyway, it looks like this is very early in development, but we'll see how that goes. We got a Wolfman movie coming from Lee Winnell, and that'll be out in 2024, I'm pretty sure, right? Yes, October 25th, 2024, which is, things are going to be bumping in 2024. I mean, I don't think anything is going to touch 2022 for a while, because that shit was off the chain for horror movies. I don't think that anything will surpass the sheer amount and quality that we got in 2022. But 2023 was solid, and 2024 shaping up to be a good one as well, because we got a Wolfman movie by Lee Winnell. Lee Winnell, who wrote Saw, and when he started directing movies, did Upgrade, which is phenomenal, did The Invisible Man, which is fantastic. I'm assuming that's why he got Wolfman. It is another Universal movie that he will be shaping up, and it'll star Christopher Abbott, not Ryan Gosling, who was originally attached to play him. But I'm excited to see what he brings, because Lee Winnell is awesome. I think he's super cool, Australian filmmaker, and just always seems like a really cool guy when I see him in interviews. So excited about that, and that'll be, is that the same day as Terrifier 3? And Smile 2 is also October? Damn, man. Good! Yeah! Alright, we already talked about Saw 11. What's this one? Triton, starring Freya Allen. I don't know anything about this. New fantasy horror. That's a rare subgenre. And Ben, who is, again, the only reason that this happens, these weekly streams happen, because he's the one who puts together the spreadsheets of information. This little spreadsheet puts together. Look how good it is. Very good. He said that Christopher Abbott, was great in Poor Things, which I need to see. Really want to see that. That'll be a Christmas break movie, along with is it Iron Claw? Not Iron Claw. The wrestling one, the Von Erichs one. Gotta see that. Gotta see. I want to see Napoleon. I want to see Wonka. Just saw Godzilla, by the way. I talked about it last week. I said I wanted to see it. I saw it last night. Iron Claw. It is Iron Claw, yeah. Saw Godzilla -1. Fucking movie rips, dude. That movie fucking rules. Go see it if you can. Go see it if you can. It's dope. Godzilla looks incredible, man. Those are some good goddamn effects. And listen, I know he's a big old destructive monster. He's killing lots of people, but hey, you know what? He's a cute little guy. He's a cute little puppy. He's like a cute bad dog. It's like when Molly's being naughty, and I'm like, Molly, stop. You're being real cute while you do it. I'm conflicted here. That was my feeling towards Godzilla. Like, oh, stop killing people with your. I know you're a walking atomic bomb, but you got cute little puppy eyes. Stop it. It was real good though. Check that shit out. Anyway, Triton, Fantasy horror. Fantasy horror. What else would that include? Shit like, what was the Guillermo del Toro movie? Crimson. Not Crimson Tide. That's Alabama. Anyway, it's a not a very well tapped into subgenre. So this will follow 3 young women who, while on a vacation in Greece, run afoul of 3 charismatic young men who prove to be much more than they seem. I can read. That's about it. Okay. Cool. Not Pan's Labyrinth. Crimson Peak. That's right. Crimson Peak. That's a fantasy horror, right? It's somewhere in there. Oh, yeah, movie about Greece. That'll be fun. Yeah, that game that I talked about last week by Hideo Kojima, where it's called OD. It's kind of they revealed that it would be made, and it was talking about the playable trailer that might be. Oh yeah, and it had that creepy trailer with the actors in it. I guess it seems to contain Silent Hill references. Is that what this is? Oh, this is about the PT, right? I thought we already confirmed that. You know what else we were talking about last week? This was so funny. This literally happened, like, I think while I was doing this stream last week. We were talking about that game that came out that you guys were telling me was like a scam the days before. And you were saying that, like, the studio collected the money to make the game, and then it was like an awful game that was not what was promised. They shut down. The studio shut down. Fantastic. I wouldn't normally laugh at a place shutting down, because that would mean, like, loss of jobs and stuff, but I mean, it sounds like these people, they kind of had it coming with this whole shenanigans, these charades. The entire studio shut down. I'm hoping it was a small studio that was just like 2 dudes. I'm hoping it wasn't like dozens of people lost their jobs or anything. I don't know anything about this, but users were definitely accusing Fantastic of scamming players and demanding refunds. Oh, is this something that one of them wrote? Scam? Y'all taking the money you made and are running from your scam. Oh, okay. I thought this was one of them clapping back at people who were calling them scam. Like, scam? No, this is a user, it sounds like. Scam. Y'all taking the money you made and are running from your scam. You false advertised the day before for years and put out a game nothing like what you advertised, said Synth Potato. We all know you aren't shutting down because you lack funds, but because you're taking the money and running. That's an allegation. I'm not saying that that's true. Just, retweets don't necessarily mean condonement, but that's what Synth Potato said. And who am I? Who am I to deny synth their right to free speech? Alright, so that happened. Another fucking musical. Okay. Oh, oops, I accidentally clapped. Hold on. That was where's that? The Saw musical. There we go. Saw musical. The Saw. Look at this picture. All right. It had a successful off-Broadway run in New York, and Saw the Musical, the unauthorized parody of Saw, is going to be launching a national tour. Okay. Huh. It's coming to LA, so maybe I'll see it. That's at the end of February. Oh, yeah, this is leap year. We get an extra day this year. Wow. It's like we get to live another day. A little extra one. A little bonus free day. Maybe I'll see it when it comes here. We were just talking last night when we were recording that podcast about seeing musicals in New York, because I want to see Merrily We Roll Along with Daniel Radcliffe and Jonathan Groff. I don't know how much longer they're going to be doing that in New York. And so if I go to New York, I probably won't take the time to stop by and see Saw the musical. But if it comes to LA, I'll swing over. I'll check it out. Yeah, these happen, these musical versions of movies. I saw the Evil Dead musical once. That was pretty cool. They're making that Lost Boys one apparently, so yeah, they happen. Okay. That picture is great. They look so happy. I want to know what song they just finished singing. Okay, The Last of Us multiplayer project canceled. Sorry, people who want a Last of Us together. I guess that, yeah. The multiplayer team had been in pre-production with this game, but they're not doing it anymore because it would take too much time and resources. That happens. That happens. It's hard to make games, you know? So sorry about that. Oh, wait, what's the silver lining moment? They confirmed in the blog post that they are currently working on several single-player games. Okay. Hope that's a silver lining for anyone who wanted the multiplayer for Last of Us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your loss. But I'm excited because the Subnautica 3 is being worked on and in development, so I'm pretty fucking pumped about that. You can have your horror games. I'll watch my horror movies and play Subnautica. I'll also play the horror games when I have the time to. Okay, we got a couple of trailers. Got a couple of trailers to check out. This first one, Out of Darkness. Let's see what Ben wrote about Out of Darkness. It releases in February. Releases in February. Let's see what this is all about. How do I... Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt you. Just gonna turn that down. Okay. Oh, thank you, Colorless Angels. I will pause the trailer for that. Oh, you know your cat passed away last night? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. That's, you know, I think about that day every day. Every time I look at Lucy and Molly, I'm like, one day you're going to die. It's going to be the worst day of my fucking life. So, I'm so sorry that happened for you. I'm glad the kill counts could help distract you. I'm really sorry. That's awful. That's rough. Leg day. Okay. Trailer time. BCE. Oh, that's.
Panarashum, teesin berafin in susulardes. Mi henturam, laukatakut.
We're gonna another secret trailer movie. Ooh, St. Maud rules.
Public nafsin, kokorat afsin.
Nifsin kaish. Odiop gael. Turkun.
I don't know what language they're speaking. Stone Age survivalist horror. Hell yeah. Caves and Sticks, baby. Caves and Sticks horror. Wonder where they are. Fire making challenge. Great. Only in theaters this winter. I think February is what was said. All right. It looks kind of cool. Like the take of a oh yeah, Orphan 3. Oh my god, I skipped over Orphan 3. I skipped over the first few things of these. What the fuck? Why did I start with Lost Boys? I'm so sorry. Wow, yeah, it was in the headline of this goddamn thing. Orphan 3, baby! Actively developing. It's being actively developed. Hell yes. I actually spoke with William Brent Bell recently, and I think we'll have the interview with him out on Saturday, because we're doing interviews on Saturdays just this month, because we did the one with The Passenger with Kyle Gallner and Johnny Birchtold. Check that out if you haven't. It was a great interview, hour long. If you like Kyle, it's cool to like hanging out with him and chatting, not in person, but over Zoom. Good guy. And this Saturday, I did an interview with William Brent Bell. I think it's more like 30 minutes rather than an hour, but we talked about his latest film, Lord of Misrule, which is a folk horror film, very Wicker Man-esque, a little midsummery. It's solid. Chauncey really liked it. Chauncey, friend of the channel, part of the channel soon with her show Production Tales from Hell. That'll be upcoming in March. But she loved it, and yeah, so he said that they're developing Orphan 3, baby! Fuck yeah! Yes! I love Orphan. I love Orphan First Kill. I'm excited for Orphan 3. I hope it's good, because the first two ruled, and it's great. I'm just excited for it. I'm just thrilled about it. And we'll have it's good timing. This is so nuts, because last week, they announced Saw 11 right as the Saw X kill count was about to come out. And then, I think it was last week, or maybe the week before that, I was like, yeah, and the first kill count of January is going to be Orphan First Kill. And then they announced this. And then with Subnautica, like I mentioned, they're developing Subnautica 3. The night before I read that news, I was like, let's listen to the Subnautica Below Zero soundtrack, because those songs that you play in your little sea vehicles while you're floating around, those songs fucking rule. The little Stockholm Syndrome, because the first time we heard them, I remember thinking they were annoying, but nope. Chelsea and I just jammed out to them in the car driving around the other day. And then the next day, I found out Subnautica 3 is being developed. So I'm like, what can I think of that'll give us another Schmigadoon? We just talked about Schmigadoon actually yesterday on the podcast, the Patreon podcast. So I'm hoping for season 3 of Schmigadoon. That's what I would give. If I had that power, if I had this tiny little power to like, all right, whatever you talk about is going to get a new thing. Sorry, Friday. Sorry, Freddy. Instead of talking about you guys so we get a new movie, I'm going to talk about Schmigadoon so we get a season 3. Because Schmigadoon fucking rules. If you like musicals, watch Schmigadoon. It's on Apple TV+. It's the best show ever for people who like musicals. I promise you. If you like musicals, you will not be disappointed. It's amazing. John Waters is going to be in Chucky as the creator of the Good Guy doll. When this was announced, I was like, holy shit. That's right. They've never talked about who made the Good Guy dolls. Like, in the reboot, you see it, or at least you see a factory, you see them being made. That shit ain't canon. That shit's not part of this series, the Mancini series. So in season 3 of Chucky, the second part that'll be coming out sometime this year, John Waters is going to be in it, playing the creator of the Good Guy dolls. Obviously, John Waters has already been in the Chucky series. He was in Seed of Chucky, playing Pete Peters or something, a paparazzi guy, and he got killed. Acid all over his face, holes everywhere, looked real gross. But, you know, it's Mancini, it's Chucky. They're always bringing back actors to play multiple roles. And so we will see John Waters in season 3 of Chucky Part 2. I still have not watched Part 1. I still gotta watch that. And I feel bad that I haven't, but I'll get to it. But that'll be fun to see him back in the Chucky world. And then Naomi Scott was cast in Smile 2. Cool. Ben said that the Power Rangers movie is good and that she's in it. So great. Smile 2. Looking forward to it. Loved Smile. Would love to cover it on the kill count. Probably will, but boy, will that get slapped with a fucking warning about suicide and self-harm. Because that's all that movie is. Kill yourself the movie. That's what it is. And then finally, A24 partners with Kojima Productions for a Death Stranding movie. We played this game for 5 hours maybe. So we didn't get far at all. I think we stopped after the first little tiny mini mission that we had to do. But I know that, yeah, it stars in the game. You're playing as, what's his name from Walking Dead? Norman Reedus. So I wonder if he'll be in the movie, right? You already got a acclaimed actor. And no, they haven't made a Smile 2 yet, Lucci. That comes out in October of 2024. So yeah, Death Stranding movie will be happening, I guess. I mean, keep an eye out for lots of video game movies. That's what they're going to be hitting up after Mario. And you know, it's been building up. The Sonic movies have done well, and then Mario was obviously a giant hit, and now with superhero movies seeming to be on the decline, it seems like studios are going to be investing in video game adaptations. And Last of Us also really ushered that. I think between Mario and The Last of Us show, they were like, oh, this is the new thing that we're going to do. And what's cool about that is, you know, with superhero movies, why I didn't really care for them is because a lot of them felt the same. I know that you can get a little bit different as far as tone and stuff, whether it's like a political thriller with, what was it, Civil War? No, Winter Soldier, or, you know, it could be more humorous or whatever, but like, with video game adaptations, the gamut is open for completely different genres. And Five Nights at Freddy's, of course. How could I forget? Of course. Five Nights did such a good job on the budget it had, even with the day-and-date release, that they're like, oh, video game movies. Subnautica movie when? Darth Hideous, yeah. Yeah, good call, dude. Ooh. I don't know if they could afford to make a good Subnautica movie, but boy, would I watch that shit. It wouldn't be the same because the whole thing with Subnautica is like you're the one deciding to pilot your little ship down into the depths of the ocean, and you have to take those risks yourself and make those decisions yourself. So it wouldn't be quite the same, but I'd still watch the fuck out of it. Okay, now that I hit up those stories that were literally advertised in the title of this stream, we can get back to our second and last trailer. Before Dead Meat News. This is Destroy All Neighbors, and this stars our buddy Jonah Hill, which is exciting. And who else is in it? Jonah Hill and Alex Winter, yes, from Bill and Ted and Lost Boys. And it is directed, this film will be directed by Josh Forbes, who Ben notes did Carly Rae Jepsen's It's Not Christmas Till Somebody Cries. And when I saw that this morning, I sat there and watched that video because Carly Rae Jepsen rules and is a better pop artist than your favorite pop artist. Unless your favorite pop artist is like Dua Lipa or Raya Sawanama. She's really fucking cool too. But she's great, and he directed a music video for her, so cool. Anyway, Destroy All Neighbors, about a prog rock musician who meets his worst neighbor. It's a killer nightmare come to life. Let's see.
Hey, how's that band going?
It's mainly me these days. I just want to finish my album.
You have been trying to finish this album for 3 years.
What is this? It's a progressive form of prog. I've been calling it prog squared.
The only way I listen to your music is if you tied me up at gunpoint and you forced me to.
And don't play it here again or you're fired.
What's going on?
I think we have a new neighbor.
What is up with this guy?
I think we're living next to some kind of maniac.
I am now living your head rent-free.
Flash is just driving me crazy.
You're headed into chaos.
What?
Blood will be spilt.
You gotta stand on your own 2 feet and say, get out of my kitchen, because I'm cooking!
William, use your demons. Don't let them use you.
That practical puppet.
So you've killed somebody. Relax. Just need to know how to get rid of a body.
Hello, Willie.
Is that Alex?
I'm not a mass murderer. I'm a mass manslaughterer.
It's time to make a hit record.
Oh,
I'm alive.
that is Alex Winter under a whole bunch of
You didn't
makeup.
hear that, did you?
You yelling shut up at nobody? Yeah, I heard it was very loud.
Hey,
Is
man.
what rock and roll is all about.
You're a loser and you're gonna die a loser.
Now that was rock and roll.
Stop. Just be cool. And don't murder anyone else.
That's Alex too, though, right? For sure. Wow, this looks fun. Look at all those practical puppets. That's fun. You know, I don't know if anyone saw Onyx the Fortuitous, but some of those puppets reminded me of that, especially, where was it? Like, I mean, definitely like this little thing.
Don't let them use you.
And then there was one that was like flying at the camera. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, that feels very Onyx. So cool. And yeah, prog rock, baby. I love prog rock. I mean, I'm kind of more prog metal guy. I guess prog hard rock. I'm just thinking of Rush. Baby. But that's great. I'm so happy for Jonah. That guy rules. He's so nice, and I hope that this does well and is big because he deserves it. He's a nice guy. Prog metal, like Tool and stuff. Yeah, every time I try to listen to Tool, I'm like, be less drudging. It's too drudging for me. It's drudgery. I like time signature switch ups and such. I respect the musicianship, but like, be a little more fun, I guess. I don't know. Roxy music. Early Roxy music. Yeah. Like Brian Eno Roxy music. Not the fucking bullshit, Avalon bullshit Roxy music. Fuck that. Get it out of here. Get it the fuck out of here. I don't want to hear it. Avalon bullshit. Hate it. Hate Avalon bullshit. Okay, Dead Meat News. Dead Meat News. We've got a kill count coming out for you on Friday. It is The Mean One. That's the Grinch horror movie. That's the horror movie where the Grinch is the killer. Only they can't call him the Grinch, though, so they'll get fucking sued. So they call him The Mean One. It's the Grinch. It's fun. It's good. Good kill count. They'll be out on Friday. Fun movie. Very low budget. Very low budget. But the people who made it had fun making it. And they're very nice. So that's what we got. And then on Sunday, because it's Christmas Eve, we got a bonus extra little mini kill count. It'll be like, I don't know, 11 minutes maybe, 12 minutes for Treevenge, which is a short film you can watch on YouTube right now. Right now, you can literally just, you can open a new tab, you can type in Treevenge in YouTube and you can go watch it if you want to see some heinous shit. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention David Howard Thornton is the Grinch. That's I should probably mention that. That's like the main selling point. David Howard Thornton. The music's too loud? Okay, sorry. David Howard Thornton, who of course plays Art the Clown in the Terrifier series. He is the Grinch. He plays the Grinch. So check that out. And that kill count will be out on Friday. Ben is posting the link to Treevenge in the chat. If you want to watch Treevenge, you can click that link and you can watch it if you got, what, was it 11 minutes? So you can check that out. Again, warning. Kind of gross. It's pretty gross. It's real gross. It's real gross. We've got the last kill count of the year will be Friday, December 29th. That is Ring, the Japanese original film, often called Ringu. So that'll be December 29th. Friday. It's not a New Year's movie, but, you know, whatever. Fuck it. We got Ring. We got the Ring. And then, as I said, Orphan First Kill will be on January 5th, Friday. That'll be, someone said Samara? Close. Sadako is the Japanese originator. Samara is the American take on her. And you don't see as much of Sadako. Samara, you see her whole little, nasty little gremlin face. Sadako, you only see the eye. Orphan First Kill on January 5th, and then we haven't announced what comes after that, but I think we're far enough along in it, because I think I just recorded the off-screen for it last night, right? So let me see what we got. Is that the next one? Yeah, sure, I'll announce it. On Friday the 12th of January, is that right? The 12th? Yes. Hell House LLC. Great found footage film. Very hard to find. But if you can find it, watch it. Especially if you like found footage movie, it's great. So it's Hell House LLC. Hell House LLC. I keep seeing Hell House LLC on the 12th of January. Is it on Shudder? Well, then there you go. It's not hard to find. It's on Shudder. All of them are. There are sequels. There's a prequel, but we're just looking at the first one. I think going forward, we might just look at the first movie in a series, see how it does, and then if it does well, do sequels. Because, you know, if we commit to 5 weeks of prom night and we release the first one and it does awful, and then the rest, the 4 weeks ahead are movies that people don't want to see kill counts of, we're kind of in a bind there, you know? So, we'll get to prom night this year for sure. I love those movies. I love all of them. Especially the second one. The second one's great. But with Hell House, we will be just covering the original for now. And then if you want to see more, email deadmeatmovies@gmail.com, because we are cataloging those and we want to know what you want to see this year. So let us know. deadmeatmovies@gmail.com. email us with what you want to see, and it'll be tallied up, and the ones with the most requests we will be looking at, as long as we are able to do that without the movie's particular studio being on our ass about copyright. Also watch the kill count if you want to see the sequels. That's true. That's how we're gonna judge this from now on. When a vague rule I have is once the kill count hits 1 million, we'll do the sequel. That's kind of the rule I have in my head. I don't know if I'll have to change that just because viewing habits have changed over the past few years and YouTube is not as big as it used to be. But that's kind of the thing in the back of my head is like, oh, okay, when that hits 1 million, we'll do the sequel. And then, so, like, like Urban Legends Bloody Mary, still not there. Still struggling. Still crawling there. Fucking Wolfman, dude. Original Wolfman? Boy, that's been over a year. That's still, maybe that, if it's not there by October, I'm sure the Lee Winnell movie will help it out. But how long of time when it hits 1 million, a month or a week? Well, once it hits 1 million, we would have to make the episode, and the kill counts take weeks to make because we're making a whole bunch at the same time. So, you know, if we just like honed in on a kill count and that was the only thing we had to work on, we could probably get it up in like, we could make it in a week, but then it has to be uploaded. It has to, any copyright claims have to be disputed and resolved. So, and it has to be monetized by YouTube, and sometimes they won't monetize and we have to get it reviewed and everything. So we have to have our episodes done weeks in advance so that we can upload them and go through all these processes. It's so different than it was when it was just me in 2017 making shit, uploading shit the night before and finishing it and be like, cool, and they'd be fully monetized and no problems. Those were good times, man. Good times then, but the landscape has changed on YouTube, and I'm sorry to say that, but they take a lot more effort now, but I also think they're better episodes now, so, you know, trade-off, that's fine. We got another podcast coming for you, not this week, but next week. Although audio-only listeners, I might try to release the interview for The Passenger to the audio-only podcast feed this Wednesday, just as a little bonus, because it was an hour long and it was a really good interview. So I think maybe people who just listen to us on Spotify or wherever they listen to podcasts, they might get a little bonus episode in their feed. But next week will be the Cinema Score game that I run and that Chelsea plays for our 201st episode. We have more because of bonus episodes, like I said. But that'll be the last podcast of the year. And then what else we got? Oh yeah, this show, the weekly news live streams will be off for the next 2 weeks. If it were literally any other, if Monday was literally any other day of the month, I would do them. But it's literally Christmas Day and New Year's Day. And I am not going to be doing these streams on Christmas Day and New Year's Day. I would probably do it on Christmas Day, but also Ben would have to collect all these, and we're not going to make Ben fucking collect horror news on our Christmas break, so he won't be doing that. And New Year's Day, I'll be at the fucking Rose Bowl watching U of M beat Florida State. Oh, I'm sorry, not Florida State, Alabama. I thought it was Florida State for some reason. I don't know why I thought that they would be playing in the Rose Bowl. It's weird. I thought they were undefeated, but whatever. I guess we'll be playing Alabama. Oh, give James a little football knowledge. He's going to be fucking start throwing shade. That's right. That's right. And I feel like there was something else. Oh, yeah, we did film. We did film Production Tales from Hell. It's been filmed. It'll be coming out in March, but we fucking rented a studio. This was all thanks to MK, our amazing producer who we hired, and her first project was the Horror Awards last year. So if you thought the Dead Meat 2023 Horror Awards looked amazing, that was all because of MK. And she also headed Production Tales from Hell, which was written and hosted by Chauncey K. Robinson. That'll be out in March, baby. We've got Sunday releases out the ass for you guys in 2024. Probably none in January, but in February, They Talk Season 2, confirmed. It's happening in February. Zorn's been working his ass off on it. He'll even have some shorts. He made little short versions that are entirely new content of They Talk that we'll be releasing ahead of time leading up to the full-on They Talk Season 2 which will be 5 full episodes on the Sundays in February. I think starting with the last Sunday in January. So we'll kick it off there. And then after They Talk, season 2, the Sunday, I think March 3rd, will be the Horror Awards, the next one. And then after that will be Production Tales from Hell on Sunday. So we've got them lined up for you, baby. It's going to be a good year for Dead Meat, I'm hoping. We've got good plans for it. The rest is up to whatever happens. But they will have. Am I hiring anytime soon? No, we have really dialed in our staff. So we're good right now. We've got a great team who's just very good at what they do, and I'm excited for this year to take full advantage of that. So those are the plans. I think that's all I got. I'm sad that we won't. What happened to the podcast about quizzing Chelsea, Ozzy? That'll be out next week. Don't worry. That'll be out next Wednesday on the 27th, December 27th. So don't worry. It'll be there. Will I bring back kill count trailers? We've been releasing them as shorts on TikTok and on YouTube and Instagram Reels. So they're not the same. They're vertical videos, which I fucking hate. But, you know, I would love to do the kill count trailers at the end of kill count episodes, but that's a lot of extra work. It's a full editing day that we don't have the time to spare right now to make one of those. And they also, I don't know if the increased length that they add to a kill count episode is a benefit or a detriment, but I don't know. So they won't be on the end of kill counts. At least we're not planned for. I would love to have that back, because, you know, it was a way for people to see what was coming next and try to get them hyped. But they will be. They're still on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, so you can check that out. Separate channel for trailers. We don't have the bandwidth for a separate channel. You know, I've thought about maybe doing a separate channel where everything not a kill count lives, but we haven't pulled the trigger on that plan. Because stuff like that is such a big decision. Like, oh, do we have a second channel where we move the podcast and these interviews and all these other things over to that and just have the kill counts on the main channel? But, like, what if we do that and then it crashes and then, like, both channels do poorly? I would feel so bad for tanking my own shit. So, I guess the safest option is to just keep doing what we're doing. But we're always considering these things. We're thinking about changing up the thumbnails maybe and doing a different thumbnail style, since we've been doing it the same way for 7 years and maybe they're a little out of date in the current landscape of YouTube. We're always considering doing things. It's just kind of scary of, like, will this fuck things up, you know? Because there have been some proposed thumbnails where, like, I'm in it. Like, and we'll never do that. I promise we won't ever have me in the thumbnail doing a crazy face for engagement or whatever. And I also promise that we'll never change the kill count music. That's one thing I won't change. That shit is just so perfect. So that'll always stay the same. Thank you, Kevin McLeod. Cool. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in for this. I got my workout. Mondays are the best fucking day, baby. It's chest and biceps. Those are the two glamour muscles. Those are what I want to be working out, man. Oh, so good. So hitting up Orion. Gonna have my pre-workout. Maybe a little granola bar so I don't get nauseous. And yeah, I'll see y'all on the next one, and keep an eye out for all the stuff I just talked about. I think the next thing up is the Mean One Kill Count this Friday. Tune in for it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Be good people. Bye.